Hello. Hello, Lynn, and hello, Dickie. Welcome to the subscriber hangouts, Dickie. Lynn has been with us a couple times before. I'll just tell you about some stuff, but first, see if you can type something in the chat window to let us know that you can hear me and that you're there if you just want to say hi. And Lynn, I guess you could chat something too to let me know that you're actually there. Okay, hi, Lynn. Dickie, see if you can find your chat interface and if you can type something in it. Oh, Lynn has a lot to ask today. All right, that makes me excited. I take that to mean that your committee that you showed the site to has a lot of things they'd like to see done with the site, as committees are apt to do. Looks like we lost Dickie's shortly, and he came back. Huh. Why did that change? All right. Dickie, feel free to be a fly on the wall and just seeing what's happening here. If you have any questions, put them in chat. Here, I'll enable the Q&A panel too. And then if you want, Dickie, there's a way that we can bring you into the Hangout so that we can actually talk. We can all talk as a group. I'm going to do that with Lynn as soon as you're ready, Lynn. And then I can prep you for how that works, Dickie, and help get you in here. Otherwise, you can just chat any questions you have, or you can just watch. Hey, Dickie found the Q&A. Okay. See if you can find the chat. Okay, Lynn, I'll go ahead and bring you in. Hold on. See if you can also find the chat, Dickie. It's more useful. Hey, there you are. Excellent. Okay. So Dickie, you can just chat your questions to us, or I can bring you into the Hangout just like I did with Lynn. That's a little more complicated. You need a webcam and a microphone. So if you have a laptop, that would work. And you also need a Google ID. So if you have like a Gmail account or if you have a Google Plus account, basically what'll happen is I'll push a magic button and then it'll walk you through coming into the Hangout, which involves a few steps. After you do it the first time, it's easier after that. But if you'd like to try, I can go ahead and invite you in, and you can go through the steps and see if you can get in. If not, you can always come back to the Hangout through your invitation if it fails. Okay, let's give it a try. All right, I'm going to click the button. Just be patient. It takes a while for your computer to recognize the devices it's going to be using, and just follow the steps, and we'll wait for you. Okay, here it goes. Lynn, I'm looking at your site, and one of your sub banners isn't working properly. The worship one.
I know, and I don't know why.
Figure out why that is.
And so then it puts the little time.
Yeah, that's off after we spent all that time trying to make it correct.
Yeah.
Hey, Dickie, are you there? Looks like he's almost in.
Yeah.
His microphone's muted at the moment. See, I can see you, Dickie, but your microphone is muted. There's a little microphone icon on your screen. If you press that, it'll unmute your... There you go.
I think you may be sorry you unmuted me. That could be a bad thing.
Well, welcome to the Hangout.
Thank you. I'm struggling here, but I'm teachable, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's great. That's what this is all about, is coaching you up so that you can take on your own web ministry. Okay, so how we normally, when we have multiple people on the call, which is most weeks, which is good, what we normally do is we'll take turns going through different people's questions, and I think Lynn, with the problem we were just talking about, I'll see if I can fix that on my own outside of the call, so I'm not wasting anybody's time.
Okay.
And then if I can, I'll just send you a chat and let you know how that works. Dickie, what's your website?
Our website is firstcong, FIRSTCONG, FP.org. I feel like I feel like I should say hello since I was raised right. Hello, Lynn. Is your name Lynn?
Yeah.
Yes. Hi, okay. And hi, Will. That's one of those things I just feel like I should do. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Let me share my second screen. And it sounds like you both have questions to ask. Oh my gosh! I changed back. Why did I ever do that? Let me see if I can change back to the new interface. Okay, let's see, screen 2. Share. So now you should see my screen.
That looks familiar.
Yeah. And then Lynn's site is here. All right, so somebody ask a question. Well, I'll tell you what, Lynn, since Dickie's here for the first time, why don't we let her have the first shot?
Oh,
Okay.
I was going to say, why don't you let Lynn go first, and then I can kind of see how it works.
Oh, okay. That'll work too.
Okay.
Okay. I had some questions about the forms. I couldn't get the form. I had a couple of the forms made up, and I can't get them to come into the site.
Yeah.
So that I can open them up.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So once you build a form in the form builder, then how do you put it on a page? Is your question?
Yeah.
Okay. So what page were you trying to put the form on, or did you want it on a new page?
Well, I think we decided we were going to just do a page for the forms. That's what I think they kind of wanted to do.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do new page. And we'll call it forms. Dickie, I opened the new page by hitting this little button that's up there. That's pretty much all the different stuff.
Okay.
Oh, and it occurs to me that, okay, I should do this correctly. So I have a lot more stuff on my screen than you do on yours. That's because I have administrator access, super administrator access. We actually get rid of a lot of this stuff so that it's out of your way. The stuff that we don't think you'll need. So just keep in mind, so our screens may look a little different, but we'll share a lot of the same stuff. And if it gets too complicated, I can log in like one of you guys so that you can get the same view. But for right now, I'll just show you this. So you should have a new button, and then you'll have a couple. You won't have as many choices as I will, but you'll have a couple up there. So I chose new page, and then you can use our page builder, which is the Divi page builder. I'll show you how to do it both ways. But you'll see here with the basic layout, there's this little add form button. Do you see that, Lynn?
Yeah.
So if you hit that, you should get a drop down of all the forms that you've made.
Yeah.
So time and talent survey is one of them.
Yeah, it's the web permission.
Okay, website permission form. And what are you using that for? Is it to get permission to put people's pictures on the website?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just I know you had your committee meeting and you decided on some things, but just how I've done this in past churches that I've worked on, I've actually added this this kind of permissions. I've added it to the time and talent survey because it basically, the time and talent survey is also a good time to audit all of your church members' information. So it's a good time to collect their addresses and their phone numbers and their email addresses and make sure those are up to date, and maybe even a picture. There's actually a way with our form builder that you can collect a picture from them. Mm-hmm. And then also putting on the permission to use your image.
Okay. Well, I asked
not to use it actually, the opt-out option. Mm-hmm. It's much better to let people choose to opt out than it is to get everybody to opt in.
Well, the way I did it was I gave him I gave him the option of saying yes, you can use it, or no, I opt out, type of thing. I asked them if they do an audit, and they said no, because they do like a brochure that they get once a year, or once every couple of years they get their picture, and then they put their address and everything in the
packet.
Yeah, and so I don't think they do an audit on them. They said they didn't know that they've ever done an audit on them.
Yeah, it's so you're a United Methodist Church, so having to keep the rolls every year, it's just like, it's another way of doing that, so you can maintain your membership listing and see if there's anybody that you need to put on the list to be stricken from the rolls, which is a very complicated process. But anyway, Just a thought. So website permission form. So we're going to insert that. And then it puts this little kind of funky thing there. Do you see that? Here, let me blow it up so it's a little bigger. So anytime you see something that's in brackets like this, it's something that's called a shortcode. And pretty much it just means that it is accessing a program that's somewhere else on your website that works behind the scenes to do cool things. And so one of the things, in this case, it's calling up the Gravity forms to insert the form into your page. Okay. At this point, we should be able to preview, so I'm going to hit the preview button over here. And there's your form.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now, how will they, the people will be able to go in, and that will be on the website?
Yeah. So this is a page on the website. I haven't saved it yet, but it's called Forms. Let me go ahead and publish it because it's not going to automatically put it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
If you want them to be able to access it through publicly, then you can just make it a menu item. You could put it like under Ministries here, probably, as its own link. You could put it down here somewhere, Forms. Or you can never put it on a menu, and you could just give people this address, which is pretty much just your site and then /forms. That way, if you just wanted to email and say, hey, I need your permission to use your picture on the site, can you fill out this form? And you could just email them this link. And that'll take them to the page on your site. Okay, now the second part of your question is, where do you see the results? So there's a couple things. So let's go back to the forms. Right here. So I saved this page, by the way. You'll be able to find it in your pages, Lynn. Okay, so here's your website permission form. So if somebody had filled it out, it would basically say that there's an entry here. This number would change from 0, and then you could actually just hit this link here that says entries, and you would be able to see all the information that's been collected on that form. But in addition, if your settings are set correctly, then you'll also get an email, and that's under this notification setting. So within the form, notifications. And I'll show you, this is one way to get to it, but I'll show you how to get it from the main form edit screen. So this is the edit screen for your form. And then under form settings right there, you can say notifications. Now, by default, whoever the admin email is on the form, that's who's gonna be getting these notifications. So if the admin email for the entire site is your email, Lynn, then you're gonna get these notifications. So if you wanted to go to somebody else, this is where you edit that.
Okay. And
so right now it's sending it to the admin email using another piece of code. But you can basically put anybody's email address in here you want. So if you have a form that needs to go to the pastor, if you have a form that needs to go to the church secretary or to a lay leader, the results, you can put their email address in here instead.
Okay.
Any other questions about that?
Okay, so that was, okay.
Under form settings, notifications.
Okay. So what to put this page up under, like, you know, under the media, not media, but the
Ministries.
Like ministries.
Yeah. All right. I'll show you that. That might be useful to Dickie. Okay, so the easiest way to add a new menu item is to use the theme customizer. I can't remember. You may also have a link here that says menus. That's also a good way to do it too. However, you won't. If you use this, you'll get more options if you use this menu setting, but a lot of them you probably won't need. And in the theme customizer, if you do it there, you actually will see the changes as they're happening.
Okay.
Which is much more useful. So I'm going to open up the theme customizer. I'm going to go down here to where it says menus. We're going to edit your main menu. That's the main menu for your site. And then all the way down at the bottom it says add items. So I hit add items, and then I have all of these choices.
Okay.
So which one do you think we use with the page that we just created?
Okay.
And I can tell you, I'll tell you a little bit about all of these, but you want to use pages.
Pages.
So all your pages are listed here under pages. And the one that we just created is pretty close to the top.
Okay.
It's forms. So if I click that one, it automatically adds it to the bottom of the menu.
Okay. So is that how you take away a page also if you want?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you just hit the red X. And you don't delete, you don't have to delete a page to keep people from getting to it. You can just delete the menu item that goes to it. So that's handy a lot of times if you want to keep a page around for use later. You can do that. Now this forms isn't where we want it to be. We want it to be under ministries. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and hold, and I'm going to drag it up to ministries. And you'll see how it's indented. You can have up to 3 layers of menu items. If I wanted to put this under evangelism, I would just indent it one more time, and then suddenly it's a sub-menu under evangelism. We don't want that. We want it to be a sub-menu under ministries. If it was out here on the edge, then it would be its own menu item on your main menu.
Okay.
And I know I said you could see these, but I have the screen blown up so much that you can read them. That's why you can't see them. When you're doing it on your screen, you'll be able to see the changes happen. Okay, so let's fix this. And then while we're here, I'll explain. So if you have a post that you've made like to a newsletter and you want to put that in a menu, you'd find it here. There's your trends. If you have a particular event that's in your events calendar, you'd find it here. You could put that on a menu. Venues and organizers are also relate to events. If you have a category, so say you want the sermons feed or the newsletter feed or the blog feed, you can put that in there. And this doesn't actually connect to a page, it just connects to all those types of posts.
Okay.
Which you already have in play, I think.
Yeah.
There's some other items, but those are the main ones. One that's also really handy is custom links. So if you want to send them to a place that's outside of the website, you can put a custom link in here, and you just put that web address, and then you put whatever text you want to display with that link. That's pretty useful. Okay. Well, we have our form the way we want it, so I'm going to hit Save and Publish. So I have it so blown up, it's giving me the mobile menu. because it doesn't think there's enough space to put the full menu in there. But it's only because I think it's only because I have it blown up. Let's test it out. Yep. So this is normal size, and you'll see under Ministries, you'll now see Forms.
Okay. Cool.
So we'll get out of the customizer. We've already saved. And there you go, Forms.
Wow. Did you see that on that second page there on the that I put the times that we have the services? That was one other thing that they suggested, was that
okay.
We have
no, that's
something
a good idea.
On the main page that has the times where they don't have to go look for.
Yeah, a lot of times we have what we call an invitation section, which is in between this main banner and the sub banners, and it pretty much is just a welcome statement inviting people to come to church, and it has the worship times. But
yeah.
The way that you did it is fine. Plus they could get it here too, right?
Yeah.
And on your calendar. So there are several other places where they could find that information.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dickie, have you thought of any questions?
I do have questions, but I'm actually learning a lot by listening to you all. So I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm happy to let Lynn, go on a little longer. Or I can put my main question has to do with getting my newsletter. Where to put the link to my newsletter, or how to get my newsletter linked. That's, and I want to make it a menu item over on the left-hand side. So anyway, I don't know if you want to go into that now, or if you want to let Lynn finish what she's doing. If that's, I'm here for the duration, so I'm easy.
Let's go ahead. We'll talk about newsletters for a second, and then we'll go back to Lynn. We do this every week too, so you never run out of time. You always get to come back next week and ask more questions.
Okay. You will hear from me. I promise you.
Okay, so one of the reasons why it might be confusing is there's so many different ways you could do it. So what is your current newsletter right now? Is it like a PDF?
Yes, it's a PDF.
Okay.
Very plain vanilla.
So here are the two different ways that I'd recommend you could do it. You could just have a page called newsletters, and you could just put a link to each PDF as it comes in on that page. That's one way to do it.
Okay.
Another way to do it is to make a feed of all your newsletters. And we've actually set up some of the settings for this, but basically you'd make a new post for every newsletter. You would just attach your PDF to that post, and then anywhere on your site you could create a feed that would have all those posts in it. And so I'll show you an example. From one of our demo sites. So this is the news feed on this demo site. So basically, you're on Facebook, right?
Yes.
So Facebook has the main thing on Facebook is a news feed, which just pulls in everybody else's posts. This works the same way. We're basically just saying pull in posts that have the news category. And in this column, we're saying pull in posts that have the sermon category. And in the third one, we're saying pull in posts that have the blog category.
Right.
So the advantage of doing it this way is you can place these feeds wherever you want on your website, and you can also make a link to that category, which will also display the feed. And so each one gets its own post. This is kind of the essence when you hear the buzzword, technical word, content management system. This is what content management systems do. They allow you to manage feeds. That's why they're so popular.
Okay.
So you have a choice. It doesn't matter to me. You can do it either way.
I'm trying to think. Part of what happens in our little congregation is we have. Well, it's indicative that I'm the most sophisticated web person in the congregation. Okay, so that tells you something about where everybody else is.
Yeah.
So it needs to be real simple and user-friendly. And I'm thinking for now that maybe having a page
Sure.
that is newsletters
Yep.
is a good way to go for us. We can change it later, but I think right now that's, if I had a menu item down that left-hand side that said, you know,
Sure.
said newsletter, and then when you clicked that, you went to the page and it gave you, you know, the series of PDFs newsletters for the year. That would be simple
No,
for
that's a
people
fine
to
way
do.
to do it. So let me
Yeah.
let me log into the back end of your site so I can actually go through. That'll just take a second.
Okay, that's fine.
It's cool that you guys already have your domain set up.
Oh, yeah.
I might have been the one that did it. I don't know. Can't remember.
Yeah, we had a domain. We just had to try to figure out how to get it migrated over to this. But yeah, I think you
Yeah.
did it for me because
I
I
gotta
got.
say that's one of the more complicated things that you'd have to do for a website. So if you handled that, you can do just about
Thank you.
anything.
Thank you. I need all the encouragement I can get.
And we've kind of simplified it from about 17 steps to about 5 steps. All right. This is nothing that you need to know about. This is just the system we have for finding sites, which unfortunately isn't very good.
That's all right. I'm not going to even look at it until you tell me to start looking.
Good call.
I don't need to be any more confused.
Probably could have just scrolled down too. Okay. There you are.
Yay.
I'm doing this so I can get to your dashboard without having to log in separately. Okay. All right, again, you're more options than you would normally see, but the place you're going to go to is either Pages, Add New, or in this New button up here.
Okay.
Your main page.
Got
So I'm
it.
going to go ahead and do this for you.
Okay.
I have mixed feelings. If I made you guys go through and do it, you'd learn more, but it would take up more time. And so I'm hoping that by demoing it, it's good enough for you guys to learn. Let me blow up. Okay, and we're going to call it newsletters.
Okay.
Unless you have another name. Do you have a name?
Nope. I also know how to go change that. I mean, I can go
Yep.
change that if we decide to change it, but for now, that's perfect.
Yeah, super easy. And then basically what you're going to do for each newsletter is you're going to hit this Add Media button. Add Media works for any type of media.
Okay.
And then you're going to go find your file. You can drag it and drop in here. Or you can hit Select Files, and that'll take you to your computer. Backchop. And let's see. Let me find something that's harmless that I can put on your. That's not my D&D character. Let's see.
Okay. I was going to say, can I go do that on my
one that you
end
could probably put up there?
and put an old last month's newsletter there? I don't know how to do that. I don't know if you and I can work in tandem or not.
Not in the same page. It'll lock one of us out. But I just found a test. I just found one that I'm pretty sure is innocuous, which you can do later. So I uploaded it, and it automatically set the title, but you'll probably want to call it something that's more descriptive.
Because because I'll have one for each month, right?
Yeah, newsletter for April 2016. And then when you feel like and then you'll see it says link to media file. That's the default. That's what we want. And so
Okay.
when you feel like you have it where you want, you hit insert to page. And then it adds this link that automatically links to your media file. And so let's preview this. And you'll get to style the page any way you want, but this is
Oh,
it.
wow.
That's the link
Okay,
right there.
Okay. And then to add the next one, I'm just going to go edit page and do another.
Yep, just add it right below it.
Just add it right below that one.
Yep. And let's see.
Holy crap. Okay, sorry.
This is my innocuous PDF, which I was doing with graphic design class, so it's nothing.
That's
You can
fine.
delete that, or you can just use it for testing. Okay.
Okay,
I'm going to go ahead and publish this page.
okay,
You'll see the link for it is /newsletters by default. And now let's add it to your menu.
okay. We need to go through this because what you did, you added something to Lynn's menu, right?
Yep.
Just now.
Yeah.
And there's a step in that I did not see on my. So
Okay.
go one by one. You know, I'm going to holler when it's something I don't recognize. Okay.
So I'm going to open. Oh, I can't do that. I'm going to open the customizer through the back end. Okay, so under appearance, I think it's still under appearance for you guys. Customize.
Oh,
That's what opens the customizer through the back end.
Yes.
And I showed you the other way on Lynn's site, which is underneath the title of your site. There's something that says Theme Customizer.
Yeah, that's
That's
what I
the same
tried to do
thing.
before, and I didn't get an add items option. I swear, because I searched that.
Okay.
All right, but
All right,
anyway,
well,
go ahead.
let's take a look and see what happens.
Can we look at that? Yeah.
Okay, so here I'm in your customizer,
Yep.
and I'm going to go down to menus.
Oh, and then it said add menu.
Well,
okay.
this is for a whole new menu. We just want to edit the current menu that you already have.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm sorry.
Main
Yep.
menu. And then we're going to go down to the bottom where it says add items.
Add items. Shoot. Okay. Great. Okay.
I'm going to hit add. Then I'm going to go to pages.
Okay.
And under there I find newsletters, which is the page that we just made.
Yeah.
By default, it puts it at the bottom.
Okay.
Do you know
but
where
I
you
can,
want it?
No, but it's fine. I understand. I can just
Move
drag
it around. Yep.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
Okay, and I'll go ahead and save and publish. And we'll exit. I opened that from the back end, so when I exited, it took me to the back end of the site still.
Okay.
Which is fine. I'll leave that up in case I need to be in there. And then newsletters right there.
Hot dog. I was so close. I almost had that.
One step off, yeah.
So I appreciate this. This is great. Now let me ask you one other question about that. The other thing that I do with this and did under the old website was somebody gave me a link every month that I could email to people and then they could just click on that link and they would automatically go to that part of the website.
Do you want
link would I? Go ahead.
Either this one right here, just your site, and then /newsletters.
Okay.
Or you can send them the link directly to the file.
To that particular, yes, that's what I'm looking for.
If you right-click on it, you'll see copy link address.
Got it.
And that's the link that you can send them.
Okay. Okay, that's perfect. Thank you. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I love this. I'm so happy. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Lynn, what do you have next for us?
Okay. They want to be able to have a Facebook connection with our site, like an icon? You know how on a lot of sites you see the Twitter icon?
Oh, sure. Yeah, okay, so there are a lot of ways to do that on our site. I really want to find out why this banner is not right. Okay,
Yeah,
so you can let me tell you about all the ways, and then we'll let you is there a particular way that they had in mind?
No, just somewhere on this front homepage that there is an icon that'll say Facebook, so that they can go from from our website to our Facebook page.
Okay, I'll show you the two most popular ways. So one is by adding a secondary menu to your site. So I'll show you what that looks like, and I'm going to do it through the theme customizer again. So we'll see if this is the secondary menu. This is what it looks like, Lynn. See how
I was going to say
Facebook
ours is
right there?
Yep, that's ours.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm in the customizer, and I'm going to go to, where is it? Headers and navigation. And I'm going to go to secondary menu bar. No, it's not intuitive where you turn this one on. Let me find it. Okay, show social icons. Now I wish, right now it's not showing the secondary menu bar because it doesn't have anything to put in it. What's your church's phone number?
319-524-1081.
524-1081. And is there a main email address for the church?
It is church@trinitykeokuk.org.
I still don't know how to spell Keokuk.
KEOKUK.org.
All right, so unfortunately, there's no current header up there, so there's nothing for it to show us, so we have to save and publish before we'll see it. There it is. And at some point, you've already added your Facebook link in there, so let's see if it works. There you go.
Cool.
Your link has some extra stuff on the end that you don't need, but it works anyway.
Okay.
So that's one way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
The other way to do it is there's a module you can employ. And a good place to put it is down here in your footer.
Okay.
So your footer, with the bound at your footer, is all your footer stuff is in a page. So the way that we edit pages is by looking at the pages in the dashboard. Pages, all pages. And then footer is the one that we're looking for. So we're going to edit that. And this is your footer. This is all the stuff that you see in your footer. Here's the headers. Here's the login area, the map area. What is this little sidebar? Oh, it has your events in it. This is your events.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that, Dickie, I noticed that you guys are using the mini calendar in your sidebar on your pages, which is nice. You could also put it down here, the mini calendar. The reason why we don't is because it's so long. If you don't have enough long information in the other columns, it'll look long because it's out there by itself, but it's really nice. See if I can find. Let me go back to your newsletter page. Oh, okay. So the only problem I'm seeing with it is just because I have the site blown up. No, I'm at size.
I have absolutely no idea where that came from. If I did that, I did it completely by mistake.
Yep. I can help you fix that.
Thank you.
It's in your area. It's in your widgets area. But anyway, let's finish. Let's finish with the social media.
Yeah, let's finish.
Stuff.
Yeah.
So a good place to put it is right here. It's not just a good place. It's kind of the standard place you'll see it on websites. Is in the bottom right-hand corner. So people know to expect to see it there. And then the module that you want that goes along with it is social media follow. Pretty sure. Okay. And then you can add a social network. Select a network. We want Facebook. Okay, let me blow this up a bit. And you'll see when you selected that network, it's smart enough to display Facebook's default color. But if you wanted to choose another color to better match your website, you could. And then we need your Facebook link, which is this guy right here. Put that in there. I'm going to hit save. And we'll do the little preview, the internal preview. And there it is. There's another Facebook.
Thank you.
You could put more if you have more in there. And you have different styles that you can choose from. You can have it be a circle or a rectangle. I wonder. Let's see what it looks like when you put the follow button on. It just puts a little link next to it that says follow. So I'll let you explore with this. You can decide what you want to do with it.
Okay.
You could choose to have it open in a new tab instead of in the window, but there's some options you have for it.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'll save it so it's there for you.
Okay.
And I'll go ahead and update it.
Okay.
So now you have this piece up here. And you have this piece down here.
Yeah. That's great.
If your church is getting too much spam, consider removing this and just using the form that you already have.
Okay.
As a side note. Because when you put your email address on a site like this, spam bots can scan your site and find it. And then start sending you spam.
Okay.
Just a thought. It may or may not be a problem. It always kind of depends.
The sermon, we put the sermon on, and it turned out really well.
Cool.
And it was really easy. I didn't have any problem putting it on.
And I think you used the audio file post type, which is why it's showing this fancy box. Which is nice. It works nice with your site. And this picture of the inside of your church is really beautiful. And the way that it aligns to the center column of your site is also really nice. So good job.
Thank you.
Okay, Dickie.
Okay, I have one more question, and I think that'll fry my brain for today.
Okay.
In our footer, we have that contact. See the contact thing? Okay.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go anywhere as far as I can tell. If I
Yeah.
tested it and I put my name and email address in and sent a message and said submit, and so I think we're missing some kind of a link to our email address.
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm so glad you asked me because you would have never figured this one out. So you're the admin, your Gmail is the admin email for the site, is that correct?
No, we've changed that.
Okay, did you do the testing before or after you changed it?
Before, probably. So I should...
Gmail will not let a circular email happen. So we'll not let you send an email to yourself.
Got
So
it.
it'll probably work now, but anyway, let me show you how to change it anyway. Because you can, by default, it will go to the admin email, but you can change that. And it's in the same place we were just at. So let me go back to pages, and I'll show you how to find your footer page.
Okay.
And by the way, we normally use widgets for your footer, but we use a page so that you can use Divi's full page builder to do it.
Right.
This is actually a hack that we've made because we think that it's better. Which is why it's a little hard to find your footer, but it's not too bad.
No, I found it actually. Yeah, because
Okay.
I went through it and tried to figure out what I could
Cool.
do to the contact form there, to try to figure out what I could do to it to make it work. But
Yeah, okay, so this is the settings for your contact form.
yeah.
And then this is the email address where the messages should be sent. Do you have one that you want to put?
Yeah, it's info at, and our website, firstcong, C-O-N-G,
FTP?
yeah.
Dot
Yeah,
org?
not FT, no, that's your,
Oh.
it's just FP for the website, for the public website. Firstcongfp.org.
Does that look right?
Yep, that looks right.
Okay, so now you can send a test and just see if they,
Okay, see if if
whoever
I get
that
it.
goes to, see if they got it.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that was
I'm going to
easy.
go ahead and, I'll go ahead and update this.
Please, thank you.
And you see by default, we now put that social media stuff in on every page that's created in Launchpad. But it was,
Right.
we did that after you made your site, Lynn. I was directing that comment at Lynn.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, yep, I see that.
Yeah, you guys got it right from the beginning.
Okay, that's all I have for today. This has been extremely helpful. Thank you so much.
Sure.
My brain is full.
Next week I'll help you figure out how to fix your sidebars.
Okay.
Get that to
I
work.
won't be able to do next week because we'll be on the
Okay.
road between here and Atlanta, but the week after that I'll get on and we'll go through that if I haven't
Sounds
figured it
great.
out. Okay?
And then Lynn, let me help you fix your banner on your front page while we still
Okay.
have time in today's session.
All right.
See if I can figure it out. You probably have other questions too, but this may be easy. I hope it is, at least.
Not sure what.
Famous last words.
I tried to put a picture of one, that one of the inside pictures of our house or the church in, and it must not have had it big enough or something, or small enough, and so then it bumped it down. So then I tried to put one of the other pictures that was, that picture in,
One
and
of the standard pictures.
and I can't figure out what happened.
I'm just going to compare this to one of the other ones and see if the settings are all the same. They look all the same to me. What if I just update it, if that might fix it? It's nice here doing this at my house where I have 2 big monitors. This is my home office.
You aren't at the cafe today.
No. Although that's nice and quiet there now too, because school's out of session.
Oh.
Wow. I'm gonna have to have Greg look at that over the weekend. Can you
I think if we just deleted both of those and tried putting new ones up there.
I think that probably would work, actually. If we just copied, so if we deleted worship, and then, is there a link in here? Let me grab the link. Alright, so I'm going to delete worship. I'm going to double-click outreach. I'm going to put the correct link in. I'm going to, let me choose the same image to make sure it's not something about the image. Which one was it? This one?
Mm-hmm.
1080 by 608. Some are 638, but it shouldn't matter. Oh, and then rechange the admin title to, oh wait, was it at the top?
Yeah.
Worship. It's not the admin title, it's just the title. Okay, I'll preview that. Yep, that fixed it.
Yep.
So your blue box is too long again.
Yeah.
That's so weird. It's like something got off in that column.
Yeah.
But your instincts about how to fix it were good, Lynn. If you can't explain, if everything looks set correctly, just redo it.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Well, I was kind of afraid to do that without you,
Oh, being around?
But,
Oh,
yeah.
don't feel the need to use me as your crutch. Break your site and then come to me and say, Will, I broke my site. Help me fix it. I'd much rather, because then I know you're learning something.
Okay.
So I'm okay with you with you breaking your site. Do your worst, because you'd be surprised at where the standard is for that. I'm going to shave 21 pixels off of this.
Okay. My other question was that they wanted to know is, can we track how many people view the website and what the people look at on our site?
Yeah. And that's a great, I was going to fix this, but then I realized I don't, let me see what the measurement, let's see what measurements we used for this one. Hold on. Oh, they're in there. Something did change Then I don't know what it is, but this is thrown off too, even though it's the same. Man, I'd almost recreate this one too. This
Okay.
countdown timer. I'll let you do that on your own time. Just copy the other one over and then change the things about it. Yeah, let me show you where your analytics are. They're on your. That's the fancy word, by the way. They're called analytics.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Google Analytics, which is the best analytics, built right into your dashboard. So if you go to your main dashboard, you'll see right away that one of the links is called Statistics. That's what will take you there, but you'll also get a snapshot of it on your main dashboard. And again, mine has more things on it because I'm an admin, but I'll show you Statistics. It's this one right here.
Okay.
So you can see all the page views. And of course, at this point, this is mainly you. Your site is live. Nobody really knows about it, so they're.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a button here that says "See All Statistics." That goes to the same link as this statistics link up here. And if I click on that, I'll learn all kinds of fun information about the site.
Oh, okay.
Here's all your page views. And what's most important. Of course, you know that you don't have real users yet, so you need a while before.
Yeah. So
Top referrals, which are all direct. Direct means they just typed in the address directly. And that's what you're getting right now because it's you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the one that's doing it. You can even see, it's not as important, but you can see which countries people are looking from.
Okay.
I think
So it's under board statistics.
What's that? Yep. Yep,
Oh.
dashboard statistics.
Okay.
And that's a great feature that comes standard with Abound that a lot of our competitors don't have, actually.
Okay. Well, that's great.
So you should just be able to get right in there.
All right. Thank you.
Cool. And our time's up. So that was
Yep.
good final question.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you for your help today.
Yeah, it was nice talking to both of you, and I'll see
Yes,
you at some
thank you.
future day.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.